I know the song is still going on, but I think we can start now. We can start now. Whoa! Welcome, welcome! I'm welcome Moon Bunny VTuber Jueri! Today we are in the council under the Earth Federation. We'll be reviewing your sins, your GUNPLA sins, because we believe that the way you treat your model kit is indicative of how you'll treat our Gundams. You may be put in a role of pilots, maybe engineers, who know? Well, either way, you're gonna be working with the actual Gundams themselves, so we would like you to take care of your plastic model kits. But you know, some things come up along the way. There's some things you don't know, some things you do that may cause some unsavory reactions from us. But we may proceed with your application despite the case. Now, I was able to have about 10 confessions recorded before the program we are broadcasting from decided to poop itself. So the last half might just be me reading from the forums and stuff, but that's okay. In top left, we do have our approved status and our denied status. We have so far 9 to 11, which total accent by the way. But that's aside, shouldn't the approved number be higher? I think last stream there was some real heinous stuff, but this time around we have some things ready to go. So hope that this will change some things and hopefully we'll be okay with it. Overload DBS. I think I just had too many files and stuff, but don't worry, I'll try to clean it up next time I get around to it. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Apologies for the late message. No Xeon this year? No Xeon this year. What are you trying to say? We're never accepting Xeon. What are you talking about? If for some perchance, it's too risky. It's too risky to consider entering in like a Xeon person into our forces. I think we gotta be a little bit stricter with it. Hello, sinners. Oh my gosh, Tanuki, no. Relic scene from the end of Ava with giant towers. Do you still take late sin? I committed one just yesterday. Hello, Patriarchy, welcome in. But no, mainly because we have so many on the forums already. I wouldn't want to just take up the ones from chat. So yeah, 9 to 11, more like 6 to 7. Aha, haha. Last time we did this GUNPLA sin stream, we didn't 6, 7 did not exist. Okay. Expecting Xeon admin this year since we were applying to the feds last time. Well, you see, there are some implications that may come across a certain way if we do include Xeon processing. But maybe we'll do something for it next time. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I hope I'm not a bad person. There was 45 submissions. There were some a little bit repeated, but for the most part, we filter out the people who eat plastic because everyone eats plastic, and that is okay. So we do have collective crew here. Collective crew. Oh yeah, that's right. We have the rainbow Jueri and the blue Jueri here as well. A similar setup from last time where we have 2 from the council to help us out with decision making, and 1 unfortunate Jueri who is tasked with delivering the sins directly from your forums to us. It's just nice to have it kind of, you know, said by one of us, rather than kind of going through the form itself, right? I just feel like that's the best way to go about it. Juby? Did you coping over a plastic eating addiction? Well, not just me. Other people has done that, okay? Other people has been part of that fix. So we just accept it to be a normal part of our diet now. Look at it. I'm shivering with guilt. Yes. You have no lawyers. We have no lawyers in this day and age. We are under 1 Jueri and like two Jueris to approve or disapprove your application. So take it as you will. Shiver me timber. Hi Tao, welcome. We're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna skip the pleasantries a little bit just because there's a lot of you guys, so I do not want to miss the step here. Let's start with the first one. Alright, we got let's see. Sometimes I don't bother cleaning up parts that aren't visible when the kit is complete. We're starting off pretty simple, I would say. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Just starting off slow here. But let's talk about this a little bit. I don't like this. It's one thing. No. You say it's not a sin. It's understandable. Wait. In my opinion, it's different when you don't know about it, right? It's when you're starting out and you don't know like the proper steps to take care of the nubs and stuff, I totally can overlook that. But for people who've been building for a long time, you don't bother cleaning up the... Wait, clean up parts aren't invisible when the kit's complete. Oh, but the kit's not complete. This is dangerous play. Internal nubs cause fitment issues. Right? Right? I feel like you should take care of the insides of your model kit. Alright? If you have the time to spare to make your kit look good from the outside, you should also spend time making your kit look good from the inside too. Now, visually, you won't see this thing, but long term, this could actually cause legit issues for your model kit, guys. And for that, I actually think this is a sin. You do that too? Shut up. We're not promoting bad habits right now. We're trying to figure out whether or not this would be detrimental to us long term. And in this case, I personally think it is. If you start building, let's say, a PG, for example, right? If we assign this person on the most difficult task with our much more complex mechas, it would cause detrimental flaw in the infrastructure of what we're trying to go for, right? Is it a moving part? It has to be a moving part. You can't assume. They didn't specify whether it's a moving or not moving part, which means that we have to assume that it applies to every single part in this case. Is it not? Mine is scary. Oh, there's 45 confessions, so you may or may not see your stuff on screen. Who knows? If you don't see the nub, it's not there. Okay, come on, bro. Come on, you can't be living with that kind of logic. Even when it comes to yourself as your able body can take you far as it looks good on the outside, but if you inside internally you're like smoking or something, your lungs are probably tarred. So it's because you look like you're healthy doesn't mean you are healthy in that case. I'm trying to apply this logic here to how we perceive ourselves as human, right? Because if you treat yourself well inside and out, it will also take you long term. So the same logic applies, in my opinion, to your model kits as well. Okay. Hello, dude. This GUNPLA sin section? Then I'll confess that I buy too much GUNPLA but never built too much. Too much point to my wardrobe is overloaded. It's okay. We accept Moneybags McGee in our crew, so that's okay. Let's see here. Build fighters maybe believe that if there are nubs, period, his power level would be weaker. Ooh! See? Our propaganda is working. Our propaganda is working. You build for yourself. I understand. I understand. It's just... Maybe I'm a bit more perfectionist than the average person. Maybe I'm too strict with this. Okay, this decision, I'll leave it with you guys. But personally, I think we gotta deny this person. But I'll let you guys have your verdict right now. Is this a sin? Yes or no? When there's a gap in the armor because you didn't clean up those nub marks well enough, right? There's some gaps you can't account for. Because how can you truly know whether or not something's gonna be truly hidden away, right? Yes, no, yes, is a sin, no is a sin, no sins, no. Very sinful, okay, okay. Looks like it's half and half. Sin, but community sensitive to community service. I see. I suppose we could do something like that, huh? It doesn't seem too deep of a cut of a sin, so we'll prove your application, but there will be some time for you to be overlooking this and look inwardly to yourself when you address this, okay? So I guess for this case, we'll have to approve you. Though I'm not sure I fully agree with it, but the community thinks that it's not too big of a sin. Alright, go ahead. You may pass this one. So that puts us at say 10 to 11? 10 to 11. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright. I just realized it's a core from which Mercury. Hey. They had allowed us they have allowed us to borrow this setup for us. It's a little bit harder for me to buy everything and build it straight from the ground up, so we have to borrow and rent. So yeah, that's the financial situation of this place. Alright, next one, let's see. This reminds me of Judge Dredd. Fine, but they buy the office donuts? Fine. Uh-oh. My OBS is duking itself right now. My mouse. Guys, OBS might be dying. It has the loading symbol on the mouse, which is weird. Because I didn't do anything bad to it, so why is it doing that? I closed off every imaginable thing and it still does this to me. That's crazy. Okay, is it good? Is it good? Alright, I think I can... No. Okay, we're good now. We're good. Sorry, apologies for that. There were some slight minor issues with the program. Alright, back to the podium. Next one. Confession number 2. Oh, whoa. Just a little bit. keep your words in there. When I move, I severely mismanage my time. I lacked time to move out by a deadline and left things behind. That includes the box of built GUNPLA I had in storage. Probably like 20 to 30 built kits from the high grade, master grade line left behind. Even some unbuilt kits like the Deep Striker left behind. I should have packed way earlier and with a moving company too. Ooh. Condolences. Brother, okay. We've had people lose like 14 model kits before. We had to drop his house. 20 to 30? That's even worse. How do you Are you telling me that you do not value mechas? Mobile suits? Sorry, I gotta playing a lot of Super Robot Wars. Are you telling me you don't value mobile suits with your life? How do you lose 20 to 30 kits? How much is that? Probably... How much can that be? That's like almost 1k, right? $500? Anywhere between 500 to 1k. I can't do that. You'll be charged with mismanaging funds in that case. I am someone who's a lot more lenient, who can overlook first mistakes like this, but this is a bit too much for my heart. Death by Brazen Bull? What? This isn't sin. Is it tragic? It's tragic. It is a tragic, but they made. If we assigned them as in if we assigned them in our hangar as an engineer, or I can't fathom them just overlooking some of our mobile suits in storage. You know, I feel like you got to keep count of these things and make sure they're fully up to par with our budget. It costs a lot to build a mobile suit from the ground up. It would be dire if we lose even 1 or 2 of our stuff. Not the Deep Striker, unfortunately. It is the one they seems to be really regretful about. I don't know who submitted this, because I don't have the form pulled up or anything. But if you are this person, did you ever manage to recoup the costs or replace what you wanted to replace? Not a sin, just grief and loss. This Jerry's gonna lose a bunch, quote unquote, lose a bunch of our MS to Xeons. I see. Okay, you're gonna have to be denied in this one. We can't risk you. We can't risk your clumsy mistakes into our hangar here. We value our model kits here. This is not even like you already built them. Some of them aren't built, but someone out there. No, wait, let me think about this. If you move out and you forgot your model kits, does that mean the person moving in find your model kit, or does the moving company discard all of it? How does that work? I'm not too familiar with the moving aspect of things. Deep Striker loan is $500? Huh? Why? How? How is that $500? Is it a complicated kit or something? I'm not too familiar with the Deep Striker, so I was so confused when they mentioned that specifically. Imagine losing some kits you hunted for to a moving company being ignorant. I would be going crazy over some things that couldn't be replaced. This is not a moving company being ignorant. This is 100% on them. They have mentioned that this is because they didn't have a lot of time to organize and set some things up, so they're probably locked out by the time they had to move out, right? The gun's 2 feet long. That tells me everything. It's a massively rare kit. The loss of time is what it sounds like now. I'm sorry. That hurts my heart. Okay, final verdict here. I'm sorry. You'll be the first one to receive the X on the stream, but you won't be the only one though. This might be one of the worst ones I've read yet. Mainly because this is like not even human error in that sense, but like I don't know, man. It hurts my heart. It's my heart to think about. It was just reprinted. Hey, Just because you can have the money to rebuy it does not mean that it leaves your guilty conscience. I don't care if it's something that's reprinted, you can buy it again. Losing that amount of model kits, we're talking like about maybe 25 model kits. That's a huge loss. That's a huge loss to us. You know? Can't leave it like that. RJ, hello. 25 kit understandable, but 2030 is crazy. Right, right. That's all. 2030 is my whole collection. 2030 is my whole collection. When I'm moving, I'm making sure 100%. 3 things moving with me. 1's my computer, number 2 is my model kits, and number 3 is my unbuilt model kits. That's basically it. It's just negligence. Whoever submitted this, please don't be ashamed. I appreciate you submitting this in. Truly sinful of you, but I hope you can quit it of it and you can move on without a guilty conscience from now on. How do we own 20? Well, in time you will be owning 20. Don't worry about it. It'll be some time until then. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, they gotta change the scoring here to. Go find it. Where did I put it? I'll put that as 12. Damn, our approval rate is better than Harvard, but worse than your average community college. Okay. Let me put this out here. Let me see if we can just delete these, maybe? Yeah, it's okay. Third confession. You're not late. I was late by like an hour, so you're good. You're on time. We're on third confession right now. Back in the day, when I was a wee little lad, about 12 or 13 years old, this was around time as I was just getting into the hobby. I didn't have any tools and didn't exactly know what I needed at the time, so I ended up stealing my mom's pair of crochet scissors to cut my runners. That's fine, we've all done some things like that. Not the biggest sin, but because I didn't use the proper tools, a piece of plastic ended up flying to my left eye. My eye was red and watery for a whole week and a half, made worse by me rubbing it raw. It stung so badly my vision started to go blurry. Luckily, it did heal on its own with some prescription eye drops to help. Oh, this kit... There's something... Now, I'm not like a spiritual person like this, but I think this is a sign you shouldn't be going into... How do I say this? There's something really spiritual about this. There's something like, it's a sign. Listen, you know, I've swallowed plastic. We all have, on purpose by accident, who knows. We've all experienced slight cuts from building our model kits. But to go as far as to have a piece fly into your eye and leave you almost blind, I don't know about this. This was probably about a decade ago, so maybe you changed since then, I'm assuming. Maybe a decade or two? Is this a sin? I don't know. I feel like getting injured during the last line of work is a pretty common occurrence, but I don't know what to say. This is kind of dire, isn't it? The equivalent is having like a piece of the mobile suit fall on top of you or something and maybe break your leg, but ain't that a crochet sin or something? A crochet sin. Well, let me see what you guys have to do. What does Jerry have to say about this? How do you feel about this guy's sin? Come back here so you guys have the prima reference. Glasses gang rise up. Yeah, I couldn't fathom this. I will claim self-defense by the model kit. A live lesson learned scissor usage. Hi Jade, welcome. Not sin, just karma. I don't have crochet scissors or just being resourceful and learn their lesson afterwards. Not a sin. Yeah, you know, it's not that they committed a sin per se. This is just a huge accident. Well, I hope you learned your lessons. And now, if this person immediately used those crochet scissors again for a second kit, We could probably punish them for not learning mistakes, but if they did it a one time, then I guess we could let it go past. It's okay. We can afford to have eye insurance for you, brother. It's okay. Eye patches in fashion. It's alright. We'll allow you to be a part of our engineering crew. Maybe not our pilots group, but definitely for engineering. I think we can take care of your resourcefulness and make use of it. You may go. You may pass in this judgment. Just didn't know any better back then. 12 with 13. Wow, you know, when Amaro was that age, he started reading the manual and was able to pilot the Gundam. I think you need to hustle up. You're just built incorrectly, that's what it is. Okay, so let's see. We'll increase our counter here. So approved to 11 and 9 out of 12. Actually pretty good on our counter now. That's why Shard wears the shade. He knows what's up. Wait, what? Huh? Wait a minute. Are you a Xeon? Are a Xeon supporter? Suspicious, don't you think? In my workplace, that warrants a reward becoming a training video. Yeah, even better. You'll be a training video actor for our demonstration. Perfect. I like that. Let's hope that that's your first and only time having that kind of injury. Gosh, I don't think I've been injured that badly before. I've been like I have like a surface level slice of my skin, but that's it. That's a very common thing. But to have your whole eye go out and bleed, blinking must be so painful when it happened. Knowing our enemies have to battle. This is not even our enemy. This is our ally. This is not even like a wait. What? Wait. I gotta ask. If this person who submitted this isn't here, what was the model kit? I just need to know. I feel like it could change some things. Maybe not too drastically, but if it was like a Xeon kit, I can like give you a pass for that, but if it's one of our own, it'd be interesting to hear. Calling a mecha injury? Yeah, I got this. I lost my left eye because part of the mobile suit fell into my cornea. Ooh, that's a crazy backstory to go for. Alright, so let's begin our fourth confession here. CHD. Oh, okay. Interesting choice to say in here. I currently have 21 models in my backlog, and it's a mix of Gunpla, Majority, Warhammer, fighter jets, and Ultraman kits. I also spent $250 on the P Bandai RG Phoenix Unicorn Gundam, and I don't know how to feel about the hole in my wallet. You think this is... You think this is sin. But we love a sugar daddy in the hangar space. If you can afford to pay for all that, then sure. But if you're replacing your meals for stuff you could be spending for instead of these model kits, we should talk a little bit about this one, right? That's just the average builder. Yeah, but the weight of their sin falls heavy on them that they brought this up to our attention. I think we have to think about this a little bit, just a tiny bit. Amateur number. Let me see who submitted this one. 250 isn't even that bad, to be honest, depending on how long you've been in the hobby. 8 months in the hobby, we're kind of crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the sixth submission. So let me see who this is. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, are they here? I don't actually know. Because... Let me try this one. Oh, here you go. Where is it? Oh. Damn it. Why does the form randomize itself? So I don't actually know who submitted it unless I go through it individually. Well, that's okay. I think there's too many factors to really say is a sin or not. I personally consider it a sin if you spent that amount of money in like 3 months. But if you spent this within the first year, it's not that bad, honestly. Relatable, I got a job finally and immediately started putting pre-orders. The burdens weighing their soul down like gravity. We have all types of people committing all sorts of crime, but you're committing crimes where you're contributing to the economy and also funding our base. I wouldn't. Sheesh. I mean, this is good. A good sin to have, honestly. You're fine. I hope that you can go to a church and absolve yourself of that. It's honestly the least of your worries. Now, there's some far greater things to worry about, but for this one, you can go through. You're okay. For now. Backlog is pain, not a sin. Like, everyone has one. Everyone does have one. But again, I think it depends on so many factors of whether or not what constitutes a sin or not a sin. A backlog is just a Fetty preparing for war. Yes, exactly. That's why it's not so much of an issue. What if they have a backlog of only Xeon kits? Isn't that kind of suspicious then? Like, they spend most of their money on the Zakus. Then I think we should consider that a different topic to uncover. Okay, let's see. That will put us up in even numbers. Nice. I think our goal today is to try to improve at least to 20 or so. Hopefully. I want to start collecting Zakus. Hey! Hey! Can't be a Xeon sympathist, man. Hey. Can't do that. We'll let you in here, huh? Aren't you part of the council? Why would you say such things in here? Let's see. Okay, you do this. Okay, there we go. It's okay, you're resolved. For now. Until another time. Let's see. Next confession. Xeon burgers? So do we. We have potato and bread. We can basically make a burger halfway there. Okay. Next confession. I built a high-grade Exia without using any hobby nippers. Just pure, bare hand twisting the plastic off the runner. A little bit of sanding after the fact. It looks perfectly normal. I think you're blind. I can't believe it. I think it's a wonderful feat that you're able to even type this to us, because you are clearly blind if you think that's okay looking. If you have pictures to submit to support your claim, I would like to see it, but if you do not, I'm just led to believe you are not able to see what it is that you need to fix. The fact that you're happy about this too, it makes me think that you're not regretting anything like this. Hire this man, his aura scares the Xeon. No! He scares me! Crude but not simple, they sand on the nubs. Why sanding? Wait. They said a little bit of sanding. They said they're making more issues for themselves by ripping off the pieces from the runner, and then they have to sand a little bit after the fact. You know what I mean? It's like he's like, oh my god, he's such a wrench monkey. Because why are you making it so much harder on yourself by doing that? Something you can build within a week, you start building within 2 months because of something like this. That's just so wasteful of our time and resources. Harsher sentence for doing it on Nexia? Right? That's what I'm saying. He's already insane, so he handled it just fine. No. We need someone to be a little bit sane. Not this insane, bro. Not a sin, but a way to build suits against Xeons, even in the most desperate situation. We're not really building suits on like the battlefield, you know what I mean? We have to... Okay, listen. Our suits have to be pristine in combat. Sure, we'll have some weathering and some wear and tear, but that's normal because of combat. But if we show up looking like a mangled mess because of one guy, the Xeons are not gonna take us seriously. That's terrible. That's terrible optics. And can you imagine what it will look like on the side of the Earth Federation? Our citizens will just lose trust in us. This is not good. Get this person in a mobile suit. We'll get them in a ball. We'll put them in a ball at the minimum, but nothing else better than that though. I can't see them being redeemed after this one. When I was still new to Mecha, I used to do that when I was new to Gunpla, when I did the exact same thing with my G self. New. Okay. Why are you telling us this, huh? You think you're any different from this guy? This person's still doing it. This person is still doing it to this day, probably. It's from the sounds of it. It sounds like an ongoing issue. Okay, wait. Let's figure this out. Real quick. The high-grade Exia, what year did that come out? Let me double check on my status report. High High grade Exia. Year printed. 2007. Okay, wait. 2007. So assuming they are like the first early purchaser of it from 2007. It's almost what? Almost 20 years ago? Maybe 18 years ago? I don't know. I kind of doubt that it's that long ago. It sounds like a more recent thing. It sounds like an ongoing thing too. The fact that they're all smiley about it. They're not sinful at all. They don't regret their sin at all. I only buy number of kits small at a time so I can work my way through them from pretty efficiently, meaning I sometimes don't have any backlog whatsoever. That's good. That's not even a sin. Hello there, just finished my end and I popped up by to hang around for a little. Yeah. Good stream, good stream. Hear me out. You're a first-time builder and you buy a high-grade Exia but don't know you need a nipper. So you do what you can to build a kit. It's pure determination and commended. Here's the thing. Now, there's not a lot of information given to us, so we have to base everything on this one statement. It feels as though they are continuously doing this right now, to this day. The fact that they have a smiley face at the end, I don't think they regret this nearly as much. It is just stressing me out, just thinking about it. All they did was a little bit of sanding. You have the intuition to sand your pieces, but you don't have the intuition to break it off with a tool. That sounds like we're going backwards in innovation. You don't think so? Yeah, Patriarchy here is saying that in the manuals they tell you to use nippers too. What is up with you? You can't be defending this guy. There's so many signs that point to you to have proper tools too. I actually would more likely approve someone using toenail clippers or like even the mom's, was it crocheting scissors, like something like that. But to go with it bare hands, just tell me you're not innovative enough. But you have the intuition to use sandpaper, which is even weirder to me. How are the sisterly duties going on? Or is this a tribunal instead of a church confessional? This is we rented out a space by the council. We had enough funds to rent out a space by the scene you saw in Witch from Mercury. So we're in that set right now. That's what the deal is. No, need nippers. Just get nail cutter PG when with that is possible. High grade of that year have thick gates. It's hard to twist parts without leaving massive tear marks. Sanding does not cover up holes created from that. Oh, see, that's a good point, right? That's a good point. I forgot that modern high grades are much different from older high grades too. Modern high grades can kind of get away with it, but for a high grade of this age from 2007, you're not gonna get that easy to access like rip and tear and build and stuff. You know, that's not how it works. Remind me when I did bare hand for the MG Rizal commander type. Shh. This isn't about you right now. This is about this one person. We got this. I do not snap. I don't use dipper. You get it. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fellow Jerry. I'm gonna personally overrule whatever anyone else has to say. And say that this is a sin that's unforgivable. There is someone who lost 20 to 30 model kits in the moving situation. They were really upset. That's a tragedy. But you smile at the end of your confession. That seems to me you don't regret it one bit. So I'm putting you out there. You're too psychotic for me to handle. I think you'd be such a liability in the long run for the Earth Federation. This is what Bandai create the entry grade line, which is good. You know, if it was the entry grade, it would be fine. But this is a high grade and the Exian nonetheless too. I don't believe someone without nippers had decent enough sandpaper to not leave it all scratched. Right? That's what I'm saying. They said it looked perfectly fine, which says to me they don't have an eye for machinery at all. So there'll be such a risk to hold long term for our fights against the Xeon and stuff. Like I said, we're not trying to look like slobs when we're going up against these guys in the war. We're trying to look imposing. We're gonna try to look pristine and like we actually put time into our model kit. Looking like we're scratched up and like we bummed around to put something together. That's not what we want. We want to strike fear into our enemies' hearts. That's what we're trying to do too. Imagine them punching out machine parts with a purpose. Oh no. We have welding tools, but they decide to just create like an open fire over in the kitchen to melt the metal together. I can't do this. I can't do this at all. Okay. We're denying 13 people. This is... Wow, I actually did a pretty good job getting there. Pretty close in the 50-50 range for it. Alright. No more of you. You have done too much to my psyche to even go think about this. So this one I think... Alright. Also, I use my single blade nippers on clear parts. Way. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. You know how much single blade nippers cost? A single blade nippers are about $50 of the higher quality end, right? With god hands and stuff. I think they might be pushing 60 nowadays. $50 or $60. Do you guys know about this? Does the number include previous convention stream? Yes, it does. You guys know about this? Now, I actually received a single blade nipper about a year ago on this channel, and the very first thing I was told just never use on clear parts. So you know what? You know what I did? I respected that. They actually... I know it's not showing on screen, but they actually included an emoji, like a smiling emoji with the peace sign too. Liability. That's what I'm saying! This is such an easy deny. Fast... You wrote like a couple of words, so you're gonna get a fast... fast verdict here. You know, I know we need to hear what the others have to say. It's just straight up a horrible thing to do. Sorry, bruh. Sorry, bruh. No, I'm not sorry, actually. You're not sorry at all for what you're about to do, aren't you? Some people are scary, man. Because, like, this hobby can really rack up in price, right? You gotta be resourceful with what you do. You gotta buy double nippers for your much heavier duty stuff, just clear. I apologize if the clear parts are like brittle in that manner, but you do have to do research on what you can and can't do with it to make sure your blades last long term. Because we can't keep replacing your blades for you, even in the actual hanger and stuff. Okay. Fast one, huh? Let's see. We have one that's like... Oh, okay, here, this one. Put this away. Thank you for your submission. Steam Star 9 approved, limit denied from previous. Yes, that's the number right there. Just a heads up, patriarchy, or anyone who just came in. I use cheap wire cutter for clear parts. Man, I don't have a lot of clear parts to cut, but I adore clear kits. People know that I like clear kits, and it's been a 50-50 with people. But I like the way they look, and I like that they have this gimmick going on for it because it reminds me of my childhood. The problem with clear parts is that I look at my clear kit, at least the one I built, and I realize that it does not look good. It looks great, don't get me wrong. It's just the nubs, when they get cut off from the runner, they leave a very interesting, like opaque kind of discoloration with it that's very hard to remove compared to traditional plastic. I don't know if using a single blade nipper will reduce that look to the clear part connected to the runner, but I have no idea, you know. I just don't want to do it just to avoid the risk of breaking the clear one, the clear runner, and also two, the nippers themselves. Getting a high-paying job only so I can keep replacing the god hands. I keep breaking cutting clear parts. That's crazy. I hate you. Why would you? This is the type of person that buys 100 shirts and then decides to not wash them but toss them out after wearing them one time or something. That's basically what this is, but with nippers instead. If the nub is thin, I don't even use nippers at all. They always break anyways. Might as well just do a controlled break. I tend to break far away and then have them fall off by themselves. Shout out to my clear purple Game Boy color. Yeah, right? It's so cool when they transpose down to a model kit too. By the way, did you see the Ice Theme MG Freedom is partially clear and gorgeous? I'm also really a big fan of partially clear stuff. It's good, it's good. Thanks, Bash, Chocolate Nut Toss. Ah, no! That's really ugly. The one clear kit I can't really approve of is the clear Penelope. That is a mangled mess. I'm so glad it's P Bandai because no one should have that in their backlog or built collection because it's just awful. Just I usually don't judge people's tastes when it comes to model kits. I can approve of people building whatever they want, but the clear Penelope is just a bad choice overall. There's a certain art form to choosing what parts to make clear, what parts to not make clear, and for Penelope, they made everything clear, which is awful. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I hate clear kits as a sin. No! What if we run out of resources to make metal? You know, we gotta start using glass for our fortified glass for our mobile suit. Oh, amateur. Just use a clear marker to cover mistakes on clear pieces. It's the first time I read that. Oh, thank you for the mem. Oh, wait, not memba. Super, thank you, Mortician. What if you just used them on the second snip of clear only? Also, a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much again for the super. I hope you had a good one as well. I don't recall the clear kit that I built using the modern connection between the runner and the piece. Maybe they did. I kind of forgot. It's been a long while. Can anyone who snip with clear kits, can you confirm that or deny whether you can use the single blade nipper on the second snip for clear? Clear kit equals good to return it to mechanic core plating code only. I keep it as is. I don't want to customize it. I actually don't like to customize my clears at all. No, it can still kill the blade. There you go. You just can't use your single blade nippers on clear at all. Period. Just don't do it. Don't want to risk it. Clear kits aren't my thing, sadly. I decided to paint over my clear second V because that's the easier version to obtain. I see. There's some really cool effects that people have made with it too. I think I could talk about this forever with how much I enjoy it. I just don't have that many because most of them, again, are P Bandai. Not many people like them, I guess. That's why they're under P Bandai for people to purchase. The only one that has been interesting to me is the upcoming MGX Freedom, which is too much money, but I'll get it anyways. Sheesh! I didn't realize they went for clears on that one too. Glass file works really well on those clear nubs. I'm not sure. But if you say so, listener, I trust your words for it. Favorite build series, Gundam Build Fighters. Nothing wrong with that. If you enjoy Gundam, it's not a sin at all. Okay, so I think we moved on from that. I think we put it into the... Did I put it into night already? I hope I properly counted that. Okay, next one. Next confession here. After moving on from the clear kits and the single blade nipper situation, we have this person's confession. I did not own a GUNPLA kit before, yet I go around forums and servers talking about GUNPLA like an expert. Paint, primers, painting techniques, what GUNPLA to buy, etc. are among things I talk about in those forums. While all those knowledge I've only acquired from other people and from watching videos about model kits, not from my own actual experience. I'm questioning this one a little bit. I don't know. Well, wait. So I see this two ways. Number one, they are poor or they're underage, so they can't really buy model kits. But it's weird because they know so much about model kits too. They know more about me than I do about it because they talk about painting primer, which listen, painting is a whole nother realm when it comes to making your model kit look nice, but this is just weird. Are you... This is not... Wait, I'm confused. It seems like they're trying to make friends or something, right? Are they trying to make friends with people in the hobby kit space? Maybe they enjoy the company of people like them, so they're just like trying to fit in with us. They're like a chameleon of sorts. What a weirdo. Armchair builder? I don't like this. I don't like this one because if I ask it, I don't wait. Who wrote this? I don't think I know who wrote this because again, there's too many responses and the form randomizes itself, so I can't actually go search for it. That sounds like something someone very young would do. I don't think so. The fact that they have extensive knowledge on painting and primer and all of that, that's a pretty complicated step on its own. I think it says a lot about what they're like. You know what this is similar to? This is like building... how to describe this? It feels like they're building in VR or something, and then through that experience, they have never built a model kit, but yet they have acquired the experience to know what is a thing you can do with these things, right? You know what I'm saying? This is so weird. Bro is repeating other people's experience. That's what gets me. I think I can kind of let it pass if they are here to kind of make friends or to get along with people. But it sounds like they have acquired a level of knowledge that allows them to blend in with us without building a model kit. I'm trying to think whether you'd be a good engineer or a good pilot, but to be honest, you sound like a heathen. You sound like you belong to the other side. You're trying to blend in. I think you have an ulterior motive. I just can't pinpoint what it is. That's my issue with this. Get a model kit? Yeah, actually, who is this? If you... Who is this person? If you like it, if you make it known to me, or I can look back on the form itself. What's the model kit you would want? I just gotta know. Like okay, you know what's funny about this? They know so much about model kits, but they never own one, right? So, what is their first model kit in that case? Like based on everything they heard, everything they've seen and stuff, what is their first model kit? To be fair, this is something they said where they didn't own a GUNPLA kit before, so I'm assuming they own one now, right? I somewhat do this, but to make it clear that I don't have experience in the thing I say and to take caution. This person's like, well, I think blah, 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 but I'm just saying though. Show? Alright, hold on. Let me see if we can find it. Can I find it at all? There's too many confessions here. Shucks, I'm so curious who it is. So, if it's someone that I know... Where is it? Yeah, now made me question myself in this case. We can probably... Oh, here it is! Oh, I don't know this person. Well, at least I don't recognize the name they submitted with. Okay, I see. If you were someone I might have known, I probably would have helped you out with getting your first kit, because it's like 20 bucks for me, right? Not a huge issue. Hi, howdy Genja! Good evening. The punishment is the God I Hate Myself bundle? That's horrible. No, that's not nice. They probably helped out people in their time with their extensive knowledge on customization, right? I feel like they've done good. It's just that they don't have the credential to back it up. You know what I mean? This is like hiring someone without a college degree, but they've shown to be hardworking and have a natural curiosity to things. So I can see it being spun in a positive way. But I think that we are just so involved with our hobbies, we can't wrap around our head with someone who doesn't even know how to or experience what it's like to snip some stuff off the runner. You know? I think this model of airplane is bad to control, but don't take my word for it. I'm not a pilot. I thought the point of Cindy Confession is that you don't expose your name. Yes, it is true. But I was so curious about who it is, so I had to take a peek at it. But for the most part, I don't remember who submitted what. But this one, it was just so baffling to me. I was so curious. It was a regular or someone who's newer to the community. This is actually like hiring someone with a college degree and no experience, not even like practical stuff in high school. No, this is like... No! No, you don't understand what I'm saying. That's not the same thing. They have no hands-on experience whatsoever. Okay, maybe it's different the way you go about it, but... I thought Time was super scary before, but in my first one, I can't trust someone who hadn't touched it before. Yeah. Alright, I'm sorry. I think what you have acquired has been a wonderful set of knowledge, But until you buy your first model kit and actually apply what you've been telling other people, what you learned from other people into your own experience, into your own words, I would love for you to come back to us with a different application and different sin perhaps that can be much more overlooked. So for now, we'll have to turn you down. Apologize. You are a crazy one though. You are crazy. If you wanted friends, I don't know. I could see someone trying to retain this information to get closer to other people, which I think is very commendable. Just I'm not sure this is a hobby to do it with because it's very complex in some ways. Let's say someone is doing this because their partner is into sports and you start learning stuff, sport related stuff with them, but you never watch sport. You know, I can kind of see that being the case, but the fact of the matter is that this hobby is very involved and less about the thing and more about the experience that you go through. I think it's just too important to not overlook, you know? Sentenced him to building an RG Zeta in Sinanju. Yeah, you know what? Actually, you should build... I don't know. You know, we'll send you off. Until you build us a RG Sinanju, RG Zeta, you can maybe get the approved side until then. We need you to experience what it means to have a bad build experience with a model kit. Because if you're parroting what other people are saying, I just think that's really sad. If you're parroting people who are telling you that this model kit is bad, we're gonna have to make you experience what it is, what this actually means. You know, we shall approve your the Jueri's decree of punishment for this. Condemned to build a kit, which is amazing actually. No, not with the RGs and non-juice instead. It's bad. Like just build a little indie kit and you'll be actually like, wow, right? Right? The scared thumb will help you grow as a builder. Ooh, you guys have that? That was just the weather. Alright, we're denied. Now at 15. I'll put us out there. Put us down. I feel for this person, no. It sounds like they're having a fun time talking with other builders. So, you know, people here are very passionate. I don't think specifically to us, but just general forums where they interact with builders. I think it's wonderful that they found somewhat of a found community despite never building it. I totally got it. We'll donate a Gotta Hate Myself bundle to this guy for the cause. Yes. I don't know if you're there. They're here. Come back when you can explain the fear of plastic cracking from Tamiya panel liner. Oh, it's just something you can't replicate. I tell you, not at all. All right, let's try to see if there's anything else we can look through. All right, let's try this one here. Have the guy build a 2011. Well, you guys are kind of mean to him. We'll give him the worst experience. Oh, but I want him to keep building. I feel like because he has so much knowledge already, he just needs to build something to back up his claims. That's just all I asked for. That's all. Alright. Here it is. Next confession. Later on, I tried painting up one of the original high-grade Zeta Gundam kits with enamel paint. I wasn't happy with how the wings turned out, so I figured that leaving the pieces in a tub of thinner would get the paint off. The paint did come off, but the plastic was also super cooked and it basically fell apart. I mean... Man, that's rough, buddy. That's rough. Low-key, I sympathize with you. Because without... I'm in a very fortunate position where I'm building with a community basically from the very first stream, right? I've always had people come in and give me advice and stuff. But man, I feel for you because this is a wonderful kit to not have to lose. He turned it into a lot of sprue glue. Yeah, this is if you're resourceful enough, you're able to turn this into things to help you patch the other stuff up. It's just a bit of a shame that's on your high grade Zeta Gundam kit. Be glad that's on your high grade as opposed to any other kits, because it could have been way worse. Plan your paints before committing people. Well, some of us don't plan well. Not a sin, more like lesson learned. I agree. I agree. Now the thought of whether or not you will repeat this mistake, I highly doubt you would. I think from here on out you probably know that the the thinner would be something to avoid. I see, I see. You left it to marinate overnight, damn. I don't think I would do that. I would never dunk my stuff into anything, I'm not gonna lie. Because I feel like that's just a waste of material, excess material that you're just wiping off towards the end of the build experience. Advice: use isopropyl alcohol next time. Yeah, right there. Isopropyl alcohol is a good way to remove some of these paints without damaging it. I also know that sometimes people use nail polish remover, but that's something you should not do. Avoid that, because that's actually pretty toxic to the plastic too. So in the end, just alcohol is better. ISO can go through enamel, might take longer than lacquer and acrylic. Honestly, can't they just paint over it? You either paint over or maybe try to scrape off the paint. Is it that binding for the enamel to go into the plastic like that? It's a lesson learned, but the Federation can't afford people who can just dunk their mobile suit into corrosive liquid. Are we talking about the OG high grade or the GP? The emotion just a high grade, I'm assuming. Right? Unless it's acetone, that thing must burn super fast, right? Yeah, don't use nail polish remover. Has someone ever used drinking alcohol to clean a kit? That's crazy. You shouldn't mix your alcohol with your plastic like that. I don't think I tried to fix it myself, just leave it bound damage. I would probably try to go for... Oh wait, original? Oh, wait, can someone explain to me the difference between the original and also the modern one? Original high grade is rare. Might be high grade UC version 1.0 or high grade UC 2.0. We lost a good one. Oh no. Okay. I know you learned your lesson, but I just can't fathom losing such a rare kit. I feel for this kit. Not only that, but I can't believe your first instinct is to dunk the whole thing. Wouldn't your first instinct is to be more resourceful and just apply a thin layer on top of the paint? I think I would forgive you if you just apply a thin layer as opposed to dunking the whole piece entirely. He 100% beats in 1991? You're crazy! Oh no! You know, at the same time, I commend this person for wanting to customize something so old. The 1991 isn't made anymore? Bruh! No! We can't do. There's too much sentimental value. There's too much sentimental value to have you be approved. We can overlook mistakes, but to lose a piece of history is a bit of a low blow for us. I'm still dabbing with paint. I won't try it with anything but 30mm expansion kits. Honestly, dabbing with paint is not that bad. You should always test it out on like a spoon or something. That's good habits to have. Alright. You know, there's things that you can do as a beginner, but dunking stuff in whole other thing is... I don't do that. No. I didn't think we were gonna be rejecting many more people today. I thought we were gonna be having a couple more go through. Damn, this job is tough. We can't lose so many through this experience. Okay, let me update the score sheet then. Denied 16, approved 12, updated now. You can still find the high grade Gundam and the high grade MK2 at least. Yes, and Indiana Jones for Gunpla kits. Stop inexperienced builder from messing with old kits. Now, what if they are someone who is born from that era and they acquire it? I feel I can overlook it, but it sounds like it's really recent though. It sounds like it sounds like a modern day acquisition, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about it some more. You asked for sins and sins for getting. It's just getting worse than last time, I feel like. Turns out we have more sinners than we thought. I thought so too, huh? Alright. We are removing this guy's ability to customize his mobile suit. This is too much. So much of risk to leave him astray like this. Both the old high grade you see and the original high grade Zeta are very hard to find. Ah, okay, I see. That puts it in perspective even more too. Screw Xeon or Earth Federation, I'll participate in the Gundam fight 14. Oh my gosh. You know, I think it'd be fun to emulate. This is super off topic, by the way, but I was just thinking it'd be super fun to emulate emulate G Gundam, their battle, their fights that they do with all their respective countries. I don't know. But now I'm saying it out loud so I can put it down for myself later down the line. We're looking at minimal $60 high grade. That's crazy. The Hush mode that I'm building right now on this channel is about $46, and that's pretty big. For a high grade to be $60, it must be insanely rare. The old high grade is officially Bandai will not produce anymore, so I'm just sad that the Zeta's gone like that. Now, to be fair, it's not the whole thing, it's just the wings, I believe, right? That's what it sounds like they were talking about. Yeah, it's just the wings, but even then, it's a little bit rough. Hi, y'all. Came back from Pickleball, but I missed any juicy confessions? There's someone among us who has not built a model kit, but pretends to build model kits. That's the confession right there. I think that's the juiciest one so far. We have this one too, but we just finished this one. Do we have anything for this? I need to delete these old ones. I think we actually just went through all. Oh no, we have a couple here. I saw him vent, I vote him. Venting! Among Us. Alright, this one's pretty short, I think. So we'll see. Next confession. I always buy 2 kits. One for customizing, one for out of the box. You guys are so cute. You know, I asked for GUNPLA sins and this is what someone came up with. It's so funny to me. It sounds like to me you put a lot of time and care into your model kits. Like you respect it enough to have one fully built and then the other one just fully painted in the way you want it. That's not a sin, that's a flex. I need to know this person because I want to ask this person how many model kits they've had purchased since then. I know, it's not a sin at all, but the fact that they said they always buy 2 kits. So imagine your backlog right now. Imagine your backlog. Most of you guys are probably around 30 on the low end. Some of you guys are 100 or 200. Imagine doing that twice over, right? The sin is greed, right? This is the this is what I'm trying to build up towards because everyone seems to be readily passing them up into the approved category. But something to consider is that we're talking about the biblical level greeds. Only described in the Bibles and everything. More sin is who doing one more build and one for toxic bending. The only GUNPLA I built was the RG God Gundam. I screwed up a spike in test piece and had to glue it the day after. And one arm was so loose that I just put paper in it to make the grip work again, sin. What? That sounds oddly specific. We haven't gone to that one yet. They're gonna be mega sweet donor for the EFF. You're right. You know, we have some sins regarding spending habits, but we always approve those. Thank you for your contribution. My child could use a Gundam. Yo, they're not scalping. That's like the major no-no in this part. There was someone in the last stream for our confessional who I think they said they sold off their backlog or something. But it makes me feel apprehensive in that case because I think they were basically confessing to scalping in some form or manner. That's where I kind of draw the line. But to me, it sounds like they're storing twice the backlog than the average person. I don't know. I'd have 12 kits by now, half of them painted, and this truly is greed and gluttony. But imagine though, they have enough money to buy paints and have that be readily applied. I don't know. It just screams like to me. They have a problem a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. For me, I only have repeats. The only repeat I have is basically, well, twin ball set. Wait, so if you buy the high grade twin ball set, do you buy 2 of them? He said every kit is bought twice. So he probably bought probably has 4 high-grade ball set right now as we speak. Well, that aside, I personally only have the Beggery Bayu in the regular and the clear, and that's it. Nothing else is really repeated. Maybe in some other grades for grams, but that's it too. 4 balls is a lot. Yeah, but we could use those. we can use a couple of donated balls if you wanted to for our forces here in your federation. Quattro ball. Stop. Such bad puns. I have one 30-minute mission repeat I bought for a single joint to use on 30-minute sister kit. That's really cute. It means you care a lot about your dirty MS. I have 6 MG Ultrons. I don't understand people's obsession with buying the same kit multiple times over. 2 times I can overlook for like someone like this person. But 3 or 4 and I'm just really questioning your sanity with it. Fellas, if you got 4 balls, you should see a doctor. Oh no. That's in general very good medical advice. I salute to thee. 3 MG MKV. Yeah, but imagine buying multiple of every kit you bought since then. I get it for an army builder. This I don't know about army building. I want to see this person's collection. Like it must look really nice to have the unpainted and the painted version next to each other. Whoever submitted this, please ping me for this because I want to see what your collection looks like. Do you have all your unpainted model kits at the very top shelf and then all the painted stuff at the bottom, or do you put them next to each other, side by side? Or how do you go about this kind of thing? Where is it? Okay, well, I actually don't know who it is, but if you see this, ping me. Because I really want to see what a collection like this looks like, because it must look like really cool decree. It was you? No, I don't think this is you, Sepher. There's no way. You're a Warhammer person, right? So it makes sense if you're doing that. But if you're a model kit builder, it's a lot different. Before 3D printing, it's the only way to get lore accurate long arms for the Ultron. Oh, is that what it is? You bought 3 Ultron just to get the longer arm extension lore accuracy? That's so funny. I didn't think that was like a thing. Okay. I think... Was it here? Maybe this is from the older ones. I don't remember. Huh. That's fine then. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. I see. You build both? Smack my head? Ew, disgusting. 6-7 jokes in my chat. Alright. I will approve of you. Only because I think this is actually a very beautiful thing. Just to have them side by side next to each other like that. And also, we can always appreciate someone who has a fine eye for our mobile suits. Right? Being able to respect our original colors while also putting your own spin for your own stuff, I think that's really commendable. I will allow you to be approved into our facilities. Bye bye. She said it. No, you typed it. You typed it. How can it be? Finally, we have someone here who's not so much of a sinner. It's more so a respectable builder here. If I buy 2 of a kit with 1 to build for a friend, I don't even want to build it the second time for myself. I should get really... When I was doing the Warhammer is the only time I've built something back to back in the same kit. I realized that I don't like building the same thing over and over again because it feels like menial work at that point. 3 of each. What? Not me glancing at the 3 slightly differently yet still same MG Stin Mushas and Musha MK2 kits are built and in backlog. Built and in backlog. That's not good. That's not good. I don't like that. You see, this person has 2 model kits and they're both built and customized. You have 3 model kits and 1 of them in backlog. That's not the same. You're just built different. You're built inconsiderately is what it is. Alright, putting this away. Let's see. This one, this show? Okay, sorry. This is gonna be a little bit tough now because some of the stuff is not able to be shown because of OBS, but I think we still have a couple we can go through. Oh, okay. I think this might be good. Alright, let's try this one. Doxing immediately. Well, I did not dox anyone. I did not dox anyone. Do not spread lies like that. The only person who knows who confessed these is me if I decide to go search for it. Is this in only owning one Gunpla? No, that's actually reasonable. That's everyone right now. Most people are like that. Here it is. I've kept every box and runner from every kit that I've built. Keeping the box is fine, but the runner makes me question it a lot. That sounds like a hoarding problem. I don't really like that. Is it because of the way... I think they mean literally one kit ever? Hoarding? Yeah, it's hoarding. Hired him as a quartermaster? What's that mean? Runner makes sense to be honest. You can use runner for spare plastic. But for every kit? Anyone who's in this hobby for as long as we have has probably built at least 20 model kits or so, right? That's not reasonable, I don't think. No, Mari Dofu, no! Oh wait, actually, a fair amount of you guys do this. Okay, but this is different though. You guys are different from this person because this person says it's every box and runner from every kit. Right? Need scrapper on the ship? I suppose. I mean, you could melt the runner to Mia cement to runner glue. I had this problem until yesterday, folded all my boxes and threw out the runner. Ooh, no, Kingyo. I've been getting pretty good about not hoarding my stuff. I think the major issue I had was keeping all the box art, but lately I started discarding the box art. I'm being a bit more strict about my space for myself, so I'm keeping the ones that have nice art on them instead of the one that's just standing there. Thank you for the super. Joestar, old fashioned. Thank you. I have bought 2 P-Bandite kit, the M91, and not built a single vanilla version still on display the box. Still display the box. You're kind of weird. Maybe it's like a Pokemon hobby thing where people buy the box sealed and keep it displayed, but I don't think you really want to do it for Gunpla. I personally prefer if people built their kit and rather display it. But thank you again for the super. Not building a straight vanilla. I think that's fine too. It's just a personal choice. I only keep the runners with pieces I don't cut out, like posing hands. Not a problem for me. Me until last month, if I'm being honest. Okay. No problem, in my opinion. Let's say they're on the crazier end and there's someone who's been around for about 6 years or so they built 100 kits. If you have 100 kit and you have saved every single box art and every single runner, I can't fathom what kind of space you have just for that. Right? In some ways this is really cool from a like a preservation standpoint, but I think that gets to the point with hoarding, and I think sometimes there's a problem with hoarding in this hobby, so I don't know about this one. I keep some runners because you can reuse runner pieces and plastic cement to make plastic patching goop for breaks. Now, can't you just use a runner for that specific kit? Right? I don't know. Not every kit needs to have the runner to be saved. For example, like a really nice kit that's really nicely built, the RG 2.0 grams, like that one, you probably don't need the extra runner for it because that thing is a pretty solid model kit. Something that needs a little bit reconstruction, maybe a little bit of touch up, you know for sure by the end of that build experience if they need that extra runner bit. But for every model kit, I just think that's too much. Ugh, too much. Gunpla Japan has a runner recycle program for model kits. Give that to the people in the States and I'll throw all my runners. Yes, please. I think that's a wonderful issue to have and a wonderful solution to meet that. What's your opinion, Bashar? I don't like him, on this stream at least. Because we're on the side of the Earth Federation as we speak. We're hiring new engineers and pilots for ourselves. What if I need a lot of goop? What situation do you need a lot of goop for, huh? What? Why are you saving like 50 shades of gray? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was a whole accident. 50 shades of a certain color and have that be stored in your boxes, you know, for later usage. That doesn't make sense. I think just storing one color of each would make way more sense than storing all the runners you've ever experienced with. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Fruity and Rabbit. Bro, it's a total accident. I was thinking a random number and I was thinking about what color I see the most in every model kit, and it's gray. And it just so happens I combined the two by accident. It was. I never read the book in my life. What are you matching with the goop? Hey. Now you're taking it a step further than I would. Wait, don't remind me when I used to use the wrong off-white trying to fix a kit. Whoa! Why are you screaming at me to us? It's not like that. It's not like that at all. Quattro? I've never met Quattro in my life, but he seems like a nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. Alright, so... Every box and runner... I think... Until you fix that problem... This is not even like a punishment for you, but... I think if you are able to find a way to store your boxes neatly... I'm just gonna assume that you have 100 boxes. 100 box art, 100 runners from those different box art stuff. Because I know you guys are a little bit crazier than I am with how many kits you built so far. I will approve of you if you are able to discard at least half of those runners and half of those box art, maybe. And then yeah, I'll let you go through. But for now, I think my personal verdict, and with the Jerrys who are on your side, by the way, this is just me, and I have the word and the final say in this. I just think we gotta deny you in this case for it. Sorry. Blindfold build adds up to... Stop! This is getting so bad for me. Accidental slip and then... Oh man, I should have said like 67 or something, huh? I've been way funnier than saying whatever I just said. You see my storage? You're different. You have a store. A legit store, so it doesn't really count for anything per se. Sorry, I hit the mic by accident. Sorry, couldn't stay for longer. Gotta go. Yeah, no worries. Good stream today. Have a good one. No, my personal storage, not the store. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you submitted something, you would have had it shown on here, and maybe a little bit of it free advertisement too. Okay. Let's put this in. We're gonna put it in for 17. So I'll just say, if you want to be approved for our services at the Earth Federation, just make sure you cut out half of that, and then maybe we'll reconsider it. I think it's good to be resourceful, but to the extent of what they're going for, I don't think so. Like I said, I think it's ideal to have one of each color, and then if the color shades are that different drastically, they can probably restore some of those runners. But there's no way that the kind of red on one model kit, let's say it's non-Duke, is not the same red as the one for Nightingale or something, you know? There's no way. I'm on the side of Gundam pilots like Hiro Yui and Duo Maxwell. Hiro... Hiro is, he's a minimalistic. He's a minimalist, yeah. Where's the same green white beater around? Doesn't change that up at all. Alright. So we will put this away. Let's see if we can bring up another confession here. Oh yeah, this is a very interesting one. I didn't know... I didn't know what this person was talking about, but you guys might be able to... explain to me, but let me just pull it up real fast. Here's like a little cringe boy. The green tank top probably smells right now. Yeah, man. If you're ever in a war zone, you probably have to take freaking showers with the amount of sweat and stuff that accumulates. Hero is surely a nice person and a pacifist. Bro's funny. There's one clip I saw, where he like tore up the letter or something from this person, and then like walked away. That's like the only impression I have of Hiro Yui, but I feel like it's the most empirical view of him just through that one clip. Anyways. Here it is. tighten some loose tabs, I used the color correcting stickers that came with the new Gundam and Sasabi Verka. They're not foil, but rather very soft and slightly elastic. I have it in the tab of the thigh armor on my MGEX Unicorn, just to name one. I think this is resourceful, is it not? But I gotta see what these stickers look like, because I don't quite understand what they're referring to. But you guys might be able to explain to me, which is why I brought it up here. Sorry, I gotta leave early. Nice listening. Seeing you in the next stream. No worries, Flectooth, no worries. I did start a little bit later, so if you can't stay, that's okay. Fair? Gun Primer sells a product called Joint Guard that works the same way. Why not use literally anything else? Wait. Is the mod in the chat right now? Show Podium here? Or anyone? Actually, for anyone who's listening in right now, can someone bring up a picture of what the sticker sheet looked like from DeLong's website? Because I... Oh yeah, okay. Either Tao or... Oh shit, all the mods are here. Can one of the mods bring up a picture of the sticker sheet for this from DeLong's website? Most likely Show will be able to do it just because he's familiar with it. It's the stickers that came with the new Gundam and Sasabi Verka. Either one. I'm just curious what this looks like because I can't fathom what non-foil stickers look like for this. It's normal stickers? But they said it's like elastic and soft. I don't understand what that means. Done? Alright, let me see. Let me see what this looks like here. Oh my god. It's sending me some atrocious clear kits right now. Oh, really? It looks like regular stickers. That's okay, sorry. I'm confusing the mods right now. This is the sticker here. Yeah, I got this. But I don't have like an image tab. Okay, I'll do that right now then. It is this one right here. It's fair if you don't need stickers. I assume they mean the stickers are similar to newer designs that are thicker than normal, almost rubbery. Whoa. Damn, I need to get a hold of that just to get a feel for it. Is this the same sticker texture as the one on the G-Quacks? Because that was something I remember being kind of stretchy a little bit. The EFF would prove this? I don't know. Jueri, how could you do this to us? My bad, y'all. But thank you for listening and protecting from the void. That's not a sin, that's normal? It's different? Oh, okay. Explain your defense or not for this guy. They're not foil, but rather very soft and elastic. I have a tab. You see, okay, my issue with this is that maybe it's hidden in their MGX Unicorn, so you won't be able to see it. Yeah, I'm totally not playing SRW. No, base. Sounded like the G-Quack searchy one? Oh, okay. I think it can work. I honestly think it can work. I just think it's something I would not do. I actually value all my stickers. I can normally toss away stickers that look really bad, but for stickers that are more high quality, like they are for the RG Grams or for the G-Quacks experience, those are really nice. They are translucent, I think, if I remember correctly, and they are pretty pliable. They don't really tear too easily. Those stickers are just good for joint tightening. I should have done that then. I have some kits that require some joint tightening in general. Color correcting stickers, but I never bought another SD. Fair. Also, the Fetty in chat, I do this too. It's literally just cheap joint guard, works pretty well for most joints. Oh, okay. I hang on to all my unused stickers so far. Oh, okay. Not bad. You would use the border, not the stickers up, unless you don't care about them. Alright, you know, I'll say this is very easy approval then. I still understand the context of what they're saying with the tabs and stuff, but now it makes sense. Okay. Approve! Thank you so much for your submission. To be fair, if they painted kits, they had this sheet lying around. Might as well use it for something, right? I see the vision. You see the vision? Now you'll learn from it. I guess we can learn a thing or two from this person. It sounds like it's a little bit newer. It seems like There's some people here who do it, and then some people who have never done it before and hearing it for the first time. Just like me. My defense is every Gunpla has freedom, so we can use it in any way. Amen. Within reason, within reason. We had some questionable stuff earlier in stream, but this is within reason. I think. There we go. You can be part of engineering squad. I think they will appreciate you and your services. Tamiya has been silent after these confessions. Hey man, this is like a degree of resourcefulness that I can recommend if this is what they're trying to go for with it. I want to put the sticker on my Zeta, but I'm really scared of them because I have very shaky hands. Ah, that's a very common problem, huh? Tweezers. You gotta get those fashion tweezers that are very fine to tip of it. I have those, and those make sticker application a lot easier. As to reducing the shaking feeling, I don't even know what you would do. I guess you're gonna have to apply and reapply, or switch over to water slide stickers. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Derek, if you are applying stickers, you can consider water slide decals. Those require you to just dip your sticker sheet or your sticker cutout into water, and then you can slide it around on the model kit. And then you just, once you have the proper positioning for it, you could just dry it off, and it kind of dries that way. It's nice because it kind of blends in with the model kit itself. It's the new specifically. To be fair, the sticker is uncommon. I'd rather just use Twink Guard or the pen. Yeah, but it's nothing too important. Most of you guys hate stickers anyway, so why would we ever disapprove this guy? Do you play G Gundam? Actually, I do not. I'm currently playing Super Robot Wars on this channel, so that's what I'm going through. The person who just confessed the sin just gave Tamiya a new product idea. Wow. Wow. Tamiya out here is like rolling in bank. There are hand stabilizer where you hook your pinky around a rod connected to a weighted base. It's an extra expense though. That's my first time hearing about that, but that I suppose could be a solution, huh? I still think the solution would just be getting water decals right off the bat. There's also heat transfer too. That also works too. Everybody has at least somewhat shaky hands. All about technique. You can all do it if you try. If you try, it's okay. Your mistakes don't matter like that. Okay. So that will be the last one submitted here. I guess the rest I'll have to read from the sheet just because for some reason Moby has really dislikes having so many text tabs. They think I'm like spamming or something. Alright. Roll head on to... Actually, let me see if I can change this right now. Let's see if I can change the text. Okay. See, it gets weird. Okay, I'll try it out. Can you see this? See, it gets really weird and cut off, so I have to spend a lot of time manually lining it up to the box and stuff. Anyways, I'll just put it out, it's fine. Here's the next one here. My dog came in a room where I have my Gunpla display shelf and snatched a Gunpla I had on the very bottom shelf and chewed it a bit. It was high-grade Astaroth from IBO. It's not bad. This is your sin? This is not even your sin. This is you not being able to control your dog, apparently. If you ever... Gosh, I can't imagine. No, dog is one thing, but there are people out there who have toddlers who are in this hobby. Alright, that's like a whole nother level of headache to worry about. It's not a sin, it's an unfortunate event. Yeah, I feel for you. Free weathering. This sounds like someone who leave the hangar open and then suddenly we have people who are on board our base who are not part of our federation, you know? It sounds like negligence a little bit. It's not a sin, it's not the dog's sin either because the dog's a good boy by default. You know, I'll pretend that it was not a dog. Let's say it wasn't a dog then, wait. Wait, so how much is Astaroth rare? Oh no, you say here easily replaced. It could be worse. It could be worse. I think you're okay, bro. You're all good. It's not a crime, no one saw it, but they recorded it here for us to read. Pretended dog is mobile armor? Ah, I see. Astaroth, they're cheap, but this model kit clearly has sentimental value to the person who's submitting this, right? I think this one has sentimental value, so that's why they're specifying the exact model kit for it too. The Federation is not unknown to letting mobile suits out in the open for anyone to take anyways. Hey! It happened several times, but we've been doing a job of keeping it on the down low. I can't believe you would announce such things on our behalf. Alright, you cheated because you included your dog in here, but you'll come through. You'll come through. You'll be part of our engineering squad. You're good. Just make sure to not do this again, and pray that it will not happen to your most precious kit ever again. Alright, 15 on here. Is it unforeseeable accident every time? Unforeseeable, but how much more can we do? Can we... Some things requires a bit of foresight, right? So I doubt that they would ever do this again. Oh. Actually, let's see. Let's put this on here. Right, Noah is not the standard of Federation officer. No one would let a mobile suit be stolen as easily as he seems to consistently do. Whoa! I understand that Bright has made some questionable choices, but how did you know such things, huh? It's only within their white base that information was disclosed to. What the heck? The person confessed was just set up a warning. Nice. Well, listen, we're reasonable people. We're reasonable people. It's not just Bright, cough 83. Whoa! We're bringing way too much of our own dirty laundry into the light. Let's not do that, guys. We gotta have a little bit of pride, and learning from our mistakes situation, you know? Whoa, we can't be telling everyone our dirty laundry. That's the Unspy Square. We got someone out here leaking information. Maybe like a whole animation series to boot with it too. Crazy, I know. Okay, so this is a little bit weird because the text is super long, so we're just gonna have to... we'll try it out. We'll see. Well, maybe Noah's just not that bright. Haha. Haha. It's so funny for that. I remember when I was younger, like 5-year-old, I broke my dad's MG GUNPLA. I think what's cooler is that their dad builds GUNPLA. An MG at that. That's pretty neat. Gundam double 80 to kill an innocent Xeon man? What do you mean? I heard of no such things. I don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of such things before. Okay, let's see. See, it's gonna be a long one, you guys. So let me see if I can fit this in formatted live while you're here. Okay. Oh, well, see, it broke. Alright. We're gonna just have to... I'm just gonna have to read it, I think. Fortunately, I do have to read it because the way the text works is just not too good. Question, are Xeons really innocent? They colony dropped us, so you know, yeah, the bad guys to the end. My cats are the reason why my GUNPLA gets secured as well. Into like a glass kit too, right? Or a glass shelf and everything. It's cool. It's never a war crime the first time. Whoa. There was no war crime to be had, first of all. Uni, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Okay, so I will read this off of the form just because OBS is not like me and does not want to project such simple things. Depending on how we go about it. Here it goes. Actually, I'll copy paste it too, just so it's easier for you guys to read. Is it too long? Just a little bit, that's fine. Okay. I'm not sure if this counts as a sin, but when I build, I tend to break things in ways I never wanted. Okay, hopefully this is gonna fit in. Oh, it's too long. Okay, that's fine. Forgive me, guys. It's so scuffed, but it'll be fine. I'm not sure if this counts as sin, but when I build, I tend to break things in ways I never wanted. Most recently, my RG Gundam 2.0 left arm broke because of the panel liner getting into the cracks. And now one of the most possible kit is just a statue. Oh. Interesting. Or when I built my LED Mirage, it broke 4 of my scribes, stabbed my left hand twice, and had to redo a paint job because the spider decided to crawl over it, which led to paint job getting spider web. Whoa, whoa, wait! You have legit spiders crawling in your model kit? I think this says a lot more about your living space than the model kit themselves. Oh, whoa. Breaking something with panel liner is almost impressive. Panel liner? Wait. So let me break down what they actually did here. 2.0 grams broke the arm because of panel liner and getting the cracks. That's not impressive. That's actually pretty common for people who don't know how to control the flow of their panel liner ink. You don't want to leave it in there because the plastic does crack from it, and that's something you get from through experience. But building the LED Mirage, breaking 4 of the scribes. What is a scribe? LED scribes? Like the LED strips or something? LED isn't rare, it's just a pricey boy. Yes, I can still understand that. I know how much Bandai's LED tend to be really pricey too. This is not a sin, this is just bro trauma dumping. The spider's the most impressive part. I think... Now, pretend I'm not working for the Earth Federation or anything, but like... Isn't it kind of cool that he has like a spider decal on his model kit? Assuming that the spider is on the paint job and then it decided to track the paint job across the model kit itself. That's kind of cool. But, it's kind of gross a little bit. Having your model kit be webbed up like that. This is like a mobile suit graveyard. You can't let it pool, apparently, is why I'm scared to try it right now. Yeah. I honestly, just avoid the inner frame, you should be fine. And maybe you'll be okay with the rest of it. Just dab up the stuff afterwards for things you don't need so it doesn't overflow into parts it shouldn't have. Dudes in the middle fighting in the jungle alongside 8th MS team while also building up. Jueri, you can use the fine liner panel liner for ABS plastic. I believe the part the builder broke was ABS plastic. But this instance he probably used the pore type ones. That's what I assumed too. I assume he's using the pore type as well. That's what I understood it to be. Because I've heard about this experience before. Why am I a traitor for Xeon? I'm clearly helping out you guys out here. What do you mean? You might be a traitor for Xeon? What is that? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh profile picture? Why are you even here? Are you even builder? What if the spider's trying to help? It sounds like low maintenance. I don't know. There's something about this person makes me really concerned for them. The amount of mistakes they are going through just to build some of these things and leading to some of the scary stuff to happen between the spiders and having their own hands. I just think it's just a walking HR violation, you know? I don't think we should hire this person. We would have to require a lot of accommodation just to work with him. Or her, you know? For this case. A scribe is a tool like a blade. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, I was thinking... I didn't understand what the context was. That's why I was confused. Use it to scratch new panel lines in the panel if you want to add more change designs. Okay, so now that adds to my stuff. Wow, breaking 4 of your blades? That's crazy. What? It sounds like you're not learning from your mistakes after this one. POV, you're building GUNPLA in Australia or Southeast Asia, you know, that's also a thing. As Australian, I can confirm spiders going to your model kit happens more than you think. I've never had that happen, thankfully. To be fair, I made the profile when I was 15 and studies to change it. And you know what? You can have changing interests. It's been 15 years since. Let us change this now. Wrong kind of spiders, but that also would suck. Huh? Wait, wrong kind of spiders? It's not like a spider? No, he's talking about the webs though. Right? Pore type is fine. It's the IPA that ruins the plastic. You can use water to clean the excess. He's not scribing, he's cutting the panel lines. There's too many layers to this. I'm just telling you right now. There's too many layers to this. If you're snapping, scribing chisels, and you're applying way too much pressure. He doesn't know his own strength. He should honestly start breaking his parts off of the runner with his bare hands. I think this seems like a good use of his strength from the sounds of it. I don't know if he's really built for the more delicate, finer parts of model kit building. Let's not take any risk. I will now announce the verdict. I'm sure many of you guys are here to announce the verdict too, right? We do agree that this is a sin. Is there anyone who believes that this is not a sin by any means? Let me know so I can consider your arguments for this. Neon Weave, hi, welcome. Implicit too big a backlog, another backlog on a fish project. Yeah, say that to the other 50 people in this chat. EQ has model kits too. Yeah, I do know they have model kits. I've seen the Exodia one a little bit. Oh wait, it's in the top chat, which I can't see you guys. My bad. It's not a sin. Yeah, you're a little too nice to him. I think it's fine. I'm not a builder. Oh, but Tao, he broke like 4 blades or something. Isn't that kind of crazy? You would learn after the first one, maybe the second one, but the third and fourth one is just inexcusable. Your Honda Mercury is just built different. You're just biased because you're Australian. You don't have like a continent here on Earth anymore from our colony drop. I mean, what? From our colony? From New Zealand's colony drop. They gave a spider a home inside a Gundam that's friendly. Oh man, that's kind of cool to think about it, right? Like a spider is in like the cockpit of the Gundam and it's just piloting your miniature model kit. But anyways, we can't be having our mobile suit be neglected like that, and also our tools also broken more than once. After 2 times, you really learn your lesson. So here it is, the verdict. You are sentenced to stop building, because honestly, what is happening? You're also hurting yourself in the process. I am really concerned for you. Well, Sydney doesn't exist anymore, but Sydney wasn't a nice place anyways. Whoa! Australian, by the way. I didn't say that. It was something else. This G Spider? Wait, what's it called? Was it called Chaotic? The one show that had the guy riding a spider? There was a show, I think, that was something like that, where they were like riding some sort of thing and it was like spider. I think it was Chaotic, or I gotta rewatch these things, man. Spider. Oh, frick! It was Spider Riders, right? You're right. Oh my god, that was... How can I forget such a name? They rhymed it too. It should be easy to remember. Okay. You remember the opening? I don't remember the opening. I gotta rewatch it. It can't be that bad, right? Okay. Chaotic was goated. Yeah, I remember Chaotic being kind of goated as well. I gotta check that on that. I remember the MC for Chaotic. He was like undercover or something because there was some sort of thing they do every day or weekly or something. They announce results and he would just always be on top, but they always think he's losing. I don't remember. It was so long ago. Chaotic was a card game show? Right. I do know. Calling on Spider Rider, cue the opening. No, we can't cue the opening on here because it would actually just cause us to strike the channel. Alright. Ouch. Okay, I will post this one just because the person's in the chat with us, so it'd be kind of nice just for them to cosplay their way out of here. Alright, so next confession here. When nipping and assembling Gunpla, I'm working on entirely from the room floor, not on any elevated surface. You sound like you have chronic back pain, so I think you'd be a liability to us. Our health insurance for you would be actually astronomical. We kept you with us. You sound like you're a shrimp. You sound like you're gonna be working at the hangar on your hunched over shrimp posture too. This is not because... I'm not dissing you because like this is like a sin or anything, but more so this leads to long-term health problems if you don't fix this. Imagine all the nubs in the carpet. That's the horrible part, right? The nubs in the carpet, even hardwood floor. You gotta okay. Hypothetically, if we hired this person, we should consider buying this guy a table and a cutting mat. If he's able to fix his bad habit from that, I think it's a doable overlooked sin, to be honest. If you can afford Gunpla, you can afford a desk. True. Speaking of the truth in this, okay, what is going on here? Is it the lack of space? It's such a vague confession in the first place that I can't even make a sound judgment on it in the first on first reading. Carpet, brother, what is wrong with you? They sound like a fallen soldier who's still fighting. He's a hero. No, this is horrible. My back. I'm sitting straighter because of this confession. I'm sitting straighter because of this confession, and now we have to not fall to the propaganda that is to hunch. We'll have to get a back straightener. My concern is that because he's always looking down on the table and stuff, or on the floor, he's probably gonna be missing on crucial details in the hangar. He's just not built for this, you know? We would have to accommodate him in multiple ways. He's basically the Hunchback of Notre Dame at this rate. We have to figure out how to help him out if we were to hire this guy. Get a hobby mat? Yeah, as long as it's a hobby mat. Even if there's not a hobby mat, I think this is bad. I really think this is bad. This is almost as bad as some of the sins we basically have passed through today. What if they're just a gremlin and feel more comfortable on the floor? We can't. We gotta have someone... No. If this person is working for us, they gotta be working in pristine condition if given to them. It sounds like a bad financial decision too. They don't have a table. You know? You can buy... You don't have to buy a table. You can buy those food trays. Or those like portable, foldable tables if you're running out of space. And then build your stuff on top of it. Like, you don't have to legit get a table too. You can be resourceful in so many ways with this one. Posture check, everyone. Yeah, posture check. It's actually big brain. Minimize the risk of losing parts by dropping it. It's easier to track the parts than dropping it from a table. Shut up! Shut up, Shittakadori! You can't justify this guy like this. Everyone was doing that. Everyone would be in health hazard condition. I work a bunch. I want to lay on the floor while building Gunpla after a day's work. You work a bunch and you want to lay on the floor building Gunpla after a day's work. Lay on the floor. So you're not even sitting down to build it, but you're building it with your back to the floor. That sounds like a It sounds like your nubs and stray pieces are gonna fall into your eyeballs and mouth, or your nose even. I don't know. You can't spin this in any way possible that sounds reasonable, right? Right? I don't know, man. This is bad as the person from Chainsaw Man for Denji. No. We don't talk about Chainsaw Man here. Stack some cardboard boxes. True, you have enough cardboard to basically make a pseudo table. You don't seem that remorseful about it, Xenozis, because you basically admitted to it at this point. You don't seem that remorseful about it. I think once you decide to fix up your habit, we may consider you. But for now, I think we have to turn you down, to be honest. Legit, in okay, I'm assuming you don't have to say anything about your age or anything, but I'm assuming that you're in like your early 20s, maybe your mid 20s, who knows. But the habits, the food you eat, the exercise you do, that you commit to in your 20s, will be reflective of yourself when you're 30, right? So I just feel like this is really concerning in like a health way. This is not even like outside of the stream itself. It's just good to practice good posture for yourself too. So I will have to... Well, I mean, let me see though. Let me see. Does the Jerry's here think this is a sin or not a sin? I may consider it not a sin if you guys can make a good enough case. None of this is OSHA approved. We would get shut down so fast. See? That's what I'm saying. More so the reason to not hire this person. Okay. Sin. Alright, we got a sin here. Honestly, it's fine. It's not a sin to be broke. They're not even broke. They're buying Maldicus. If they're buying Maldicus, they can at least elevate a little bit with a box or two from the ground. There's dedication? Almost. Solution. Give them a shovel to build a hole so floors higher up. Wait. You're so right, Tanuki. But we are not digging a hole in our hangar base just so this guy can have elevated space for him to work on. That's just not how it works. We have at least 50 tables lined up in the warehouse. If he's not using one of it, we're just wasting resources. Not even broke, just don't like chairs? What the heck? I'm confused. I thought we were talking about tables, now you're talking about chairs. What is this? A job should provide work equipment, to be honest, too. So nah, not a sin. Tao, they're not even gonna use our equipment. That's a problem. I don't think we can overlook this. I used to build Legos on the floor. Putting up on the floor is probably the same as building Legos on the floor. I just can't. I will say, if you guys are listening to this and you are struggling with your posture, I do recommend doing core workouts because that helps a lot with lower back pain and posture, and also having a nice fine back into your 30s. Just a heads up there. That's fair. You don't have to like chairs. Yeah, you don't have to like chairs, but at least get a table. If not a table, then just stack your boxes. It's a sin, right? This is like bad for longevity of our workers. Legos on the floor are way more visible. That's also true. Anyways, even though I have denied your application, there are people here who believe that you can change in our facility. But just to minimize our risk with HR and everything, I will have to look the other way and pretend that I agree with that in one slight bit. So sorry, so sorry. I like standing or sitting. Standing or sitting, but the option of... I don't understand. I don't understand. I can say reply next time, maybe. If they show some remorse and change, I might consider it. Don't post it for the birthday of my friends. Oh wait, just a heads up, we do have submission through the forums that I'm going through right now. So I'm putting priority there. Apologize there too. Wait, that's fine. Oh, okay, just a quick one, Neo. With I think that's actually... That's fine. A lot of people actually get to meet some of their backlog. It's a good habit to have. Simply off to bed. Have fun, folks. Bye! Bye! I think we can go through, like at least 2 more. I think we can end on at least, maybe 20 to 9? Who knows? What the heck? No! That's table money right there! Are you sure? Thank you so much for the membership. Zeno says, huh? Okay, there you go. I was wondering why the chat wasn't showing who got it. Alright, I take it back, guys. This is approved, actually. This is approved, actually. We will allow this person, this anonymous person, to go through with our application process. Chairs, tables, who needs it? We don't have to pay more to accommodate someone. Okay, okay, you know what? That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, approved. Bribe? No, what are you talking about? It's anonymous as is. It's not a bribe, guys. Huh. You can't understand. As I was saying, build on the floor, you know, we might actually just save money on not spending our funds on tables and chairs for you guys. Just do everything on the ground. Like, why didn't I think of that? That's crazy, huh? Haha. Haha, haha. Part to the Titans is the reason why the Fedis what are you talking about? Corruption in the Earth Federation. Never heard of her. Never heard of such a woman in this place. I bet she's lovely. Anyways, let's go to the next one, you guys. Let's go to the next one. What's this? I'm trying to find one that's like where... Okay, so just give me some time. I'm gonna try to find one on the forum because I haven't deleted the ones that we already did, so I have to shuffle through some of the ones I've already seen too. Oh my gosh. I think we gotta talk about this one. We gotta talk about this one right here. Alright, let me put this away. So here it is. This is Nick's confession from one of the Jerrys. I usually associate my enjoyment of a kit with the build. So, if I am not fond of the result or didn't particularly enjoy the build, I throw the whole thing away. I'm scared. You could just do that? You know, you're free to make yourself known or not known. You can just let me know. But I'm shocked. I look up to you in the server. I'll let you know right now. Whenever I have issues or maybe I want to hear your advice on things, I look up to you. But this kind of changed my perception of you just a tiny bit. Throw it to me. Have you considered donating your model kit? We have so many builders in the server. You'd be very kind to allow us to absorb your unwanted kits. Sato, good morning, good morning. Rich people behavior. That's what I'm feeling like too. In war, we don't have a lot of resources to spare. This is just a waste. This is very easy denied, but I just wanted to at least shame you. Just a tiny bit here. VT-kun, thank you for subscribing. Hey, thank you. Maybe a only tiny bit. Alright, let's like... Wait, if you're in this chat right now, the person whose I just sent to this group chat, can you like DM me which model kit specifically? Send me a sign. I don't even know if I have this person added on Discord or not. Alright, gotta send 10 gems to attract this builder's house. The same level's colony drop. Man, we just need to annihilate this person. I'm so sorry. This is just a horrible crime to commit at all. This is like the pinnacle of GUNPLA sins. No, I actually do know this person, kind of ish. They chatted a lot in the server. I think their reasoning was that they, over time, don't feel the connection to their model kits. Maybe after building it or after maybe a year or so after seeing it on the shelf and stuff. So their reasoning is that if they don't feel that connection, there's no reason to hold on to it. In some ways, I can kind of respect that. I kind of also understand that feeling too, because I have things from my high school days that I still keep around, right? I have a Black Butler beanie. I have indescribable number of memorabilia from series I no longer resonate with. I think for us though, it's kind of a little bit painful, mainly because we build this bond and this journey through our field experience. And reading this is just like, oh, a slap to the face in some ways. This is some stuff Xeon is doing. You're right. Instead of sending it off to the battlefield, they're sending it to the junkyard. They're just crazy. And I am judging. Well, to be fair, they have mentioned this publicly in the Discord, so I'm just adding a little bit of reasoning because I don't think they're here right now. So I'm just gonna add that in as an extra level of precaution just to give some background. Wait, unironically, what's wrong with using gun hands on clear parts? You are like 1 hour late from that, but it's bad for your single bit nippers. That's just a heads up. Oh, I just realized you're coming from the thumbnail, isn't it? Welcome in, welcome in. Some stores take built/partially built kit and sell them off for people looking for customizing parts. Yeah, I think there's some ways to kind of counteract this issue. Instead of throwing away your model kits if you don't feel that connection, I think it's ideal maybe just to maybe melt it all in the sprue. No, I'm kidding. It's kind of interesting that there are people who actually have this issue and actually feel the same way as this person that confessed to, you know, more or less throwing them out. That they have these services that allows them to rehome their mobile suit. I think something they should consider doing is honestly just setting it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace or something. Because there are people out there who don't have time to build, who are busy with their family and are willing to pay, I wouldn't say a premium price, maybe the same price as the kit itself being built. But you know, you should try to rehome them in some ways. Hello everyone, am I late? You're not that late. I was late, so that's why you're here early. Or on time-ish. Huh, strange. I didn't know that. Probably from the single blade coming down quickly on itself with those clear parts to kind of just crack off. Yeah, at least you know now. I didn't know until I got my own single blade nippers, but just be very careful because single blade nippers are handcrafted. At least for god hands, they're handcrafted and very fragile on those kind of brittle runners. What are you tuning into? Welcome, GUNPLA Enjoyer. We are currently reviewing a sin. The current sim we're on right now says, I usually associate my enjoyment of a kit with the build. So if I'm not fond of the result or didn't particularly enjoy the build, I throw the whole thing away. That's funny because even with the RG Sananju... Listen, I hate the RG Sananju build experience, but it's still my shell because of it represents the journey I went with it. So for that, we're gonna have to deny ya. I'm gonna have to deny you, but I also respect you in some ways because of that. Because the more I get deeper in this hobby, the more I realize that the hoarding is such a real issue with the hobby sometimes. So I've been getting pretty good about discarding box art that I don't resonate with anymore or runners I don't need. And kits that don't really resonate with you anymore, I think is part of that circle too. Have Zephyr Arcade started a program for selling partially built kits? Oh, not bad thing at all. I don't know what they are, but in the US we definitely need a secondhand market, if not just for spare parts for kit bashing. Is this like a very common thing you guys experience? Oh, Zeron Zephyr is here. Hey. Maybe you should consider it, Zephyr. You know, you have... do people pay you to take their model kits, or do they pay you? Or do they take it in for free? I don't quite understand the market space for secondhand model kits and stuff. Sorry, giving my new 5080. Wow, gamer. Is this too late to mention the sin I do? I'm going through, like I said, a submission form that was already more or less pre-selected, so we're not taking any new submissions in the chat right now. They made it through 20 kits and they're chugging along, so I'm happy with them. So imagine those Chinese ones use soft or steel because they're no longer as sharp as the one they were day one. I see. Okay. For probably this pay or something, right? I wish I had a place to drop off for runners for cycling. Japan Gundam bases have it for GUNPLA. Yes, you're correct about that. You know what? Next time. Yes, next time. We'll probably have this another time. I kind of try to space it out. Maybe we'll do it from the POV of a Xeon, but I don't know. Without context, it looks like Jueri's typing her own sin in the text chat. Hey. I'm doing this anonymously on behalf of the other person. I know there are quite a few shops in Japan sell secondhand parts and full build kits meant for kit bashing. Actually, one of the Jerry's in Discord, he does tabling at conventions because he's an artist. He does sell his completed model kits, and it does get sold off too, so there is a market for it. It's kind of neat. Okay, so let's try to get a new sin in, and I'll also update the... I already updated the score sheet, so it's 19 right now. Let's see here. I apologize if I didn't get to your sins this one time. I may or may not hold on to it just for next time we go through. What the heck? If someone submit a sin in the middle of stream, you can't just do that. Maybe you can if I don't know which one it is. Let's see. Try to find one that we can go through. Let's find one. Post it in Discord? What's this? Spiderwebs or... What I'm going for? I'm confused. There are stores on the West Coast that do this, so it's not unheard of in the US. It's called Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if people sell finished model kits on Facebook Marketplace, but I do know that sometimes wives will sell off their husband's collection. Buying junk GUNPLA from Japanese auction site is how I got so many PG Zakus. Ah, can I ask you, how much does secondhand cost compared to a fully built one? Oh, let's see. Do we put something it? Sorry, I'm just trying to shuffle through some things. 10.5k, quite the rise since the last time I was here. Whoa! It's Vega? Vega, long time no see. How have you been? You haven't been in the server at all since our last discussion about it. But since you left, we did have the Gunpla and Fig channel split into other categories for game series and card games now. Will we buying the robot spirit soon? I think I paid £35 to £45 per pre-built junk PG Zaku. Oh, I kind of like that. Wait, I kind of like that sound of it. I see. Hi, I'm here in this chat to say stop with the 6-7. I didn't do any 6-7 stuff. You're just victimizing yourself for no reason. What sick degeneracy did I miss? Oh man, there was a fair amount of good ones in the stream today. I ran out of the ones I could show on stream, so I'm reading off of the ones and just setting it here too. Try to find a... Let's see. What the heck? This person used her teeth or nails cutter. What the teeth? Oh. Oh, is this I'm hearing true? Quite intriguing organization at last. Yeah, but the Gunpla and the Fig channel is still the same somewhat. People talk about the Girlpla in there. I don't really discriminate when people put other types of plastic in there. I'm not familiar with the kits, so I'm able to disassemble them and rebuild them with the joints all tightened up and nubs clean. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. You bought frequently from the place in Japan. It's at least 50% off SRP, just no customization. Oh, yeah, I see, I see. Oh my god, this person needs to go. Here's those scissors. Okay. Okay, wow, their name on this form. Interesting. Okay. I don't... Okay, we'll end up with this one. We'll end up with this one, because I think it's pretty decent. There's some... Also a pretty long one too, but I think it's okay. We'll probably just have to make sure we keep these for next time. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, did it work? Oh, because okay. Last one, you guys. Video games. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I used to use saliva to clean dust when sanding. I will lick my thumb and rub it against the parts that I sand. I only stopped because the microplastic is started accumulating in my throat. Now I use tap water. Whoa. The name they submitted for themselves is not real, I don't think. But because they gave their name on this form. The name on this form is like tongue user, so it's not really their name, I don't think. Unless they would actually probably wear that as their actual online name. Must be tasty. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought we were all plastic eaters here, but you guys draw the line at plastic sawdust? That's crazy. What? Come on, guys. Is it that bad? Carry on. Give me them. Man, episode 2 of this Gunpla series is crazy. Yeah, I know for next time. Next time I'll prepare 3 hours in advance rather than like Naruto before. The name makes sense. It's just a moniker. It's not the real name for sure. They're doing a little funny. Let's talk about this a little bit. If I remember correctly, I know your saliva for the most part is kind of neutral pH, but it does have some corrosive properties on it. Low key, your model kit must smell nasty. I just gross, bro. I can't. There's a difference between biting your pieces in place to use minimal saliva versus straight up licking your shavings. I don't know, man. He's consuming the plastic the wrong way. You know what you sound like right now? You sound like the one episode of Chowder where they're eating like was it toenail gunk with a spoon versus a fork, and they're saying that the person eating with a fork is wrong. That's what it sounds like. You're all plastic eaters, but you seem to can't enjoy this. It does. I don't say anything, but it sounds like something I would do. So wait, so from my understanding, they're sanding down a piece, and then they use their saliva. They lick their thumb, so they're not directly swallowing it from the sound of it. They're just using their thumb to have a little bit of friction to pick up the dust. Then they rub against the part that needs to have the sanded pieces off. You know, they said they started feeling microplastic in their throat, but at that point, you might as well just keep spitting into your thumb. Spit into your thumb, pick up some microplastic, spit into it again, and get some more microplastic. Then you won't have to swallow the microplastic unintentionally. This is literally just a sin, Juju. Oh, hey. Every single time I think something is a sin, you guys say it's not a sin. So I'm just providing additional solution to this person. Because you guys did that exact same thing where you're gaslighting me. So now I'm gaslighting you guys about it too. You know what? Next time I'm gonna use a Pepsi to clear dust and sanding. You right? See? Perfect. Yeah, but now there's a ton of dust on your thumb, which they lick. No. They should honestly change up their tactic and not use their tongue at all. Straight up, just use their spit. That's what this whole thing is. Don't give them more ideas. Yeah, let's just approve with them, guys. They'll spin to our No! Are you kidding me? Imagine that we transposed that their model kit confession to a real life-size mobile suit. This would be so nasty. Their DNA would be all over that mobile suit on the outside, unintentionally. Your gaslighting thing is not strong enough? Because I don't believe in it either. I'm on with you guys. I can't spin this in any way that sounds plausible. This sounds awful. Did I misunderstand a confession? No, you did not misunderstand. Someone out here is using saliva on their thumb to remove the sanded plastic nubs. You died from dehydration? Oh, suddenly eating plastic is a meme? Damn, I thought you guys were real plastic eaters. I guess I haven't found my people. Watch your stream because it feels sad. No worries. We have those days. I think especially it's hard during post-holiday depression, right? So I totally get it. Blood, sweat, and spit. Why don't you use the other options? Why don't you use the other bodily option that is available to you? Why does it have to be spit? You know, we got the blood, sweat, or Adon's here suggesting that, not me, by the way. Stop kink senior. Okay, I'm sorry. If you decide to use your spit in the process, then be my guest. What's crazy is that they're still doing it though. That's what I can't get over. It seems... No. They stopped because they felt the microplastic in their throat. My bad. They're actually way more microplastic filled than any of us. Solitary confinement for the dust licker? Honestly, we'll deny you. And your punishment will be to... Honestly, you already punished yourself, didn't you? By eating some microplastic in the back of your throat. They swapped to tap water? That's fine. I'm just surprised it took them so long to swap to tap water. Nah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Other bodily option. I mean, like blood, sweat, and tears, right? I think that seems a bit more reasonable. I think saliva just announced last stage probably. I don't know. Forget about it. We're just putting this to the deny section. There's no arguing for or against it. This is just bad, straight up. We have no one here defending you. You just straight up messed up. I hope you can absolve your sin further, but not even using tap water. Even you should get a makeup brush. Rather than using your spit or tap water to remove these microplastic dust, just use a makeup brush. This will help you immensely. I'm laughing that it took so long to get there. That's crazy. I've heard on the very first stream that I built the GUNPLA, I think I've heard about the microplastic stereotypes and stuff, the memes associated with it. Stop right there. He learned his lesson. Why punish him for someone for the past? We'll end up like Sharp blaming Amuro for Lala. It's because he has not learned his lesson truly until he finally hit the end of his lifeline there by filling the microplastic in the back of his throat. So my logic is that if we hire this guy, right, he's gonna find shortcuts to things that don't need shortcuts in the first place. Like, oh my gosh. I use a paintbrush to clean the dust, as you should, as everyone does for the most part. To be honest, I use my sleeve. I just use the sleeve of my shirt to wipe off the microplastic into the trash can, at least. He's doing it for the love of the game. He's doing it to taste the plastic. But it's not really like a speck though. It sounded like he really got some messed up like respiratory if he's feeling it much more than just a tiny speck. But you know, you have been absolved of your sin. Just don't come back here. You're nasty. You're leaving DNA that's outside of just a fingerprint on your model kit. I just washed my parts in the sink. Even better. My dumbass blows on the dust and instantly regret it. Oh my god. You are crazy. At least this person has the audacity to catch the microplastic. You just decided to spread it in your room and just breathe it in. If hired, he's gonna lick the Federation suits. Ew! Ew! We can't do that! Can't do that. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to remove you from the vicinity. I'm sorry. You sound like you take a sick fascination with this kind of stuff. I don't think you can do this anymore. We love our mobile suit, but we don't love it to the extent that you do. Enough to leave your DNA on it like that. Yeah, what if he's a new type and Dion takes his DNA from the MS of clone new types? Yeah! Yeah, right? Right? Right there. Chuni right there. Is thinking about this in the long term. This is terrible. Your appetite's a megagon? What are you eating? You know what's an upside? Plastic itself doesn't taste like anything, so it's just the pain of it having you be speckled in the back of your throat. But I just heard it from the grapevine. I don't know about you guys. You're gonna spit on the joints and call it lube when we're gonna get field failures. Ah! Stop. Your spit is not good for that stuff. Okay, we have actual oil to use to lube the joints on the mobile suit. We can't have you cut corners. You slob. What are you doing? No more. That is our 20th sinner in our vicinity. We have 16 though. We have 16 approved sins, so we did good there. There's no upside to this. I was trying to find an upside earlier, but the more I think about it, it's just too deranged to even defend slightly in a bit here. Gotta go for thank you for stream. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Meanwhile, Steven for Steven uses spit to heal things. That's Steven though. We're not Steven. This is the UC. We're under the UC timeline and everything. Wait, so plastic doesn't taste like strawberries? Does it? I wouldn't know. No, Jueri, I think long. There is no long term. Your spit doesn't last that long. Would it be considered GUNPLA if I use paper on kits because I lost a part or two? Whoa, that's kind of cool. If you're able to use paper to its full extent enough to replace a joint like that, straight up. Look, if years of shoe cleaners use spit to clean shoe, it can also work on Gundams. That is gross. I can't believe it. There are people you're bringing up a point right now where back in the day, people who used to clean shoes would straight up spit on shoes and clean it like that. That is wild to think about. I can't have a man's DNA on anything because then if there's a crime that's committed and his DNA is on my shoe because he spat on it to clean it, that would just lead to me being a murder suspect even though I'm not the one who did it. There's just so many things wrong. The only kind of DNA you should leave is your fingerprint inside the cockpit and that's it. You don't need it on the outside of the mobile suit too. Should test it out on stream if it tastes like strawberry. No. No, I need to live a little bit longer. I have more videos to post and more streams to host. This is mostly the reason why there's a danger to not touch the beam saber because he thought the beam saber tastes like something. He thought the beam saber tasted like fruit roll-ups. That I would instantly lose the respect of you guys if I go back on my word like that. Why is it being left in the cockpit though? Oh, you're right actually. Usually we have pilot suits that remove the DNA contact between the pilot and the cockpit controls. You're right. My bad. The only DNA should be left is your blood when you serve for us. That's all. When you serve for us and then they decapitated the cockpit. That's all it should be. They should make edible. They should make more edible Gunpla. They do have gummied Gunpla or something, kind of like it. But yeah. All right, guys. That is all for today. Thank you for joining us on this stream. We started at 9 approved and 11 denied. We're now up to 16 approved and 20 denied, which means we had what? 7 approved and 9 denied. Not bad track record. I think there are a fair amount of you could be saved and could be overlooked, and we can actually accommodate some of the issues you guys run into. But outside of that though, the 20 people we have denied, please reconsider your sins and hope you be cleansed of it. Be more diligent in the way you take care of your model kits, you know? And I hope you guys take the chance to maybe donate a model kit to someone who actually do want it instead of tossing it out. That's probably the biggest thing I took away from the stream itself. TB and Yim, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. This episode was pretty curious. It's crazy how from episode 1 to episode 2, the jump in confessions started to pile up on each other. Compared to this one, you know what's funny? In the first Gunpla Sins confession stream, I was actually here in holographic form because I was tending my chicken. But now they're a lot older, so I'm here in flesh. But for some reason, the most deranged stuff started to appear right in front of me. Like, I swear to you, we didn't have that much deranged stuff in the first one, or in our first set of round submission. Like, I tried finding something that was something demissable, but this set of stuff is very unique. Like, I don't think we've had these set of confessions ever graced us before. Thanks for the confession, Boof. Rather than Boof, we should honestly thank the people, the council, for lending us this space for us to host our stuff. We could have done it without them. Thanks for stream and a strong 25. Yeah. This is the last stream of the year. You guys have made 2025 a wonderful journey on its own. I've grew a lot as a content creator and also a builder when it comes to model kits. I tried many things. I tried many new things too. And through those experiences, I've come to really enjoy the hobbies in ways I can never imagine it. In the future, for 2026, I do hope to do more creative streams for the Gunpla side of things. I think it'd be fun. I think there's so much we can take from existing game shows and things to retranspose it to our interests, right? So I'd love to explore that more with you guys and hope that you can participate in the future as well. If I didn't choose your confession, I apologize. I really do not know who submitted it unless I decide to go back to it, because I just look at the confession. Does it seem reasonable? We'll put it on the stream. So that's all it is. Arigato gozaimasu for stream this year. Thank you to you guys too as well. To the returning Jueris and also to new Jueris too. You guys bring so much of your own personality to the way we do things. It just makes it really lively. Again, thank you so much for the super chat and the gifted members as well. Your support does go to new videos. Hopefully, I can hire an editor now, so hopefully I get something out. It takes forever to edit videos, and I'm still in the process of it. Forgive me. It's just hilarious. You guys were really funny. You guys were letting in criminals through our sins confessions here. I was thinking like, oh, you know, I don't think this person should be with us, but you guys are giving reasons to put them through. I don't know. am I that lenient or careful about it? You guys seem way lenient than me. You guys seem reasonable, which scares me. How's Warhammer? It's over. Warhammer is over. I'm donating my miniatures to someone who does enjoy Warhammer miniatures. See? I'm not tossing out my Warhammer miniatures even though I'm not into Warhammers. I'm donating them. Hope you do this sin confession again because I tend to do a confession. I will say this can happen in the future, but more than likely, I just don't want you to think that I will choose your stuff. Because in truth, I don't know who submitted twice or once or anything. I try to get a batch of confessions and hope that maybe we can get through some of it. So even though I may see your name, I just if I don't pick it, don't assume that I'll pick it. Just submit if you think it'd be funny or you might see something, but don't expect anything out of it. Jerry's gotta balance you out. I'm trying to balance you guys out, but you guys are a handful. You guys are... There's sinners among us. That's what's happening. Alright. See you guys next year to 2026. Hopefully we can accomplish many more things. We'll start off with the New Year resolution stream and talk about our goals. I think that will be our first stream for 2026. Until then. Bye-bye. Bye.